Let's talk to Nick Timothy MP, Conservative MP for West Suffolk, because he, after, you might remember, the blasphemy case last week of the Turkish man who was found guilty of burning a Koran, Nick is going to bring in a 10-minute rule bill, I believe, in Parliament today after the case happened, because he wants to safeguard free speech in this country. Nick, a very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thanks very much for joining us. You said at the time that this was a gross misuse of the legal system and certainly a blasphemy rule by the back door. What are you doing today? Tell us what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's right. So Parliament actually abolished blasphemy laws years and years ago, and there haven't been any blasphemy laws prosecuted in Britain for decades. But what's happening is sections 4 and 5 of the Public Order Act are increasingly being used by the authorities to prosecute people who insult Islam and cause offence to Muslims, and I think that's wrong. I don't think that's what Parliament ever intended. I don't think it's what the public want. So today I'm introducing a bill that will restore our free speech by taking one section of the Public Order Act, which only applies to Part 3 of the legislation, and applies it to the whole Act and to some other legislation to make absolutely clear that nothing in this legislation should in any way prohibit any expression of opinion or criticism or mockery or whatever of a religion.
And would that effectively prevent then, if you like, the police from bringing charges like this again?
Yes, it would, because, as I say, the police have used sections 4 and 5 of the Public Order Act, and this would say very clearly that sections 4 and 5 do not apply in any way to anybody criticising or mocking or even insulting a religion or religious beliefs.
Right. And what likelihood is it that it will be successful, and if so, how soon will it be in force?
Well, I'm afraid that's up to the government. I'm a Conservative MP and there are only 121 of us these days. But I will introduce it today. If a government MP shouts no, then we may end up having a vote on it, and we'll see how Labour MPs vote in that way. But if that doesn't happen, then it will proceed to a Friday later in the year, where it will be considered along with other private members' bills. Right.
So it could be a while before it's actually taken seriously. It's a shame, because one of the things I found extraordinary about that particular case was the fact that the judge justified the fact that what the burning of the Koran meant and why it was so offensive was because of the reaction of two people who didn't like it, which seems to me to be putting the cart before the horse, doesn't it? I mean, why would a judge say that's offensive because somebody over there didn't like it?
Well, that's exactly what's so perverse about using the Public Order Act as a de facto blasphemy law, because it basically holds the protester, the person saying the words, responsible for the likely violent reaction of others who are offended by criticism of their beliefs. That's totally wrong-headed, and in any other context we'd say that was victim-blaming, and we would say it was wrong.
Yeah.
And to be frank, that means that this kind of behaviour will only be deemed criminal by the police and by prosecutors and the courts if they are criticising a religion where people have reason to believe that the adherents of that religion will react violently.
Yeah.
And we know from history, in this country, I think 1988 onwards, with the publication of the Satanic Verses, we know that that's tended to be Islam. So what we're really talking about is a de facto blasphemy law for one religion alone, and as I say, I think that's wrong.
Indeed, because somebody said, I think at the time, if this was to be the case and the judge's logic was to be followed, then you would have locked up Salman Rushdie for writing the Satanic Verses, wouldn't you?
Well, it's arguable, right? And right now, I don't know, standing here being interviewed by you in public with people passing by, I don't know if I give an honest view of something I think about any particular religion, whether the law deems that to be criminal or not, because of the way that the Public Order Act is now being used. So we do need clarity And to be honest, I think it's actually quite clear-cut. We should be able to say what we think about ideas.
Yeah.
It's backward to suggest that that should be criminal.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Nick, good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. Nick Timothy MP, Conservative for West Suffolk there, bringing a very important 10-minute rule coming in, 10-minute bill coming in, because basically he doesn't think that the blasphemy law by the back door is what we should be promoting here in this country, and I think many of us would agree with him.